Hello, church family. We would love to share with you what has been going on in Belgium this past year. We've been blessed with a great church to work with here in Ghent, and we would love to tell you about them and about the other places in and around Ghent we were able to serve. Closing off his letter in 1 Corinthians, Paul says, "I will stay on at Ephesus until Pentecost, because a great door for effective work has opened to me, and there are many who oppose me." We identify with these words. As we have worked with believers and non-believers in Ghent, we have gotten to see open doors, as well as those who oppose the gospel. We would like to tell you about some of those open doors that we have seen this past year. When we moved to Ghent, Belgium, in 2005, there was not a Church of Christ in the area, so we were encouraged to plant a church here and to encourage the surrounding churches. In the past 7 years, the church here has grown slowly but surely and has been able to serve the community and reach out to the lost. The Ghent Church of Christ is a Flemish-speaking church, so we are actually called the Gemeente van Christus, the Community of Christ. We meet every Sunday in the afternoon and eat dinner together. There is no one preacher or teacher, but we all take turns with different responsibilities. This past year we started doing kids' classes, a weekly Bible study, and a ladies' Bible class. The church family has also been able to help out 2 families who are in financial need by sharing food packets with them. This gives opportunity to connect with them, visit, but also to encourage them. Several members of the church love soccer, so they organized a church-wide tournament in October of last year. They invited teams from the churches in Holland and Belgium to compete against each other, and I got to lead the singing during the worship time, and even the kids got in on the action. As a church, we hosted a Let's Start Talking team from York College in Nebraska. They came and taught English using the Bible for 6 weeks this past summer. We rented an apartment and a teaching room in downtown Ghent, and they met with 25 contacts. Our teammate Sue is now continuing classes with 5 of those students. This past summer, we were also blessed by a Young Friends campaign group coming from the church in the Falls in Ohio. They came with a group of teens to come and teach English in a fun way to the teens in our neighborhood in Ghent. We are making efforts to build on the relationships that were formed then. Holly and I have learned that it is hard to share Christ in your community if you aren't a part of the community, so we have made an effort this year to be a part of the activities. I got to be a part of the school PTA and took language courses at a nearby school. And we also had a neighborhood barbecue, and Gideon and Isaac continually bring friends over to play. These are all opportunities to share our lives and to get to know more people. I continue my weekly Bible studies with people in their homes. I've been studying from 1 Corinthians with Herman and reading from Luke with Sakya and discussing why God allows pain with Chris. We continue to advertise in papers and online and through flyers and mailboxes that faith is possible. When people have responded to these, we have challenged them to read their Bibles and then to follow up with them regularly. Please pray for these seeds to grow. We love working with young people and young adults. Many of the young people that we work with are the kids of the people that our parents worked with 20 years ago. Our work with the young people happens throughout Belgium as different churches host different youth rallies and events. We pray that we can continue to encourage them and teach them how to share their own faith with others. Because our Bible camp was remodeling, we teamed up with the churches here to renovate, plan, and host the summer sessions in the new building. We were able to host an English camp there this year with some help with some friends from Ohio, and then I directed and Holly cooked at the young people's camp for those 15 and up. We had a total of 41 people that week. We went back in August for a family camp where Luke taught 4 lessons from Revelation. We were invited a few times to go outside of Belgium to teach and to worship. I taught classes on being peacemakers in Germany, and I got to lead songs in several languages at the Swiss church soccer tournament. As we look back on this past year, we can't help but feel blessed by where we have been allowed to serve. We would not have been able to do this if it weren't for God's power combined with your teamwork. You gave funds, you sent encouragers, and you have prayed alongside us. Thank you for being a part of this ministry in Ghent, Belgium. If you want to keep up with the work that we are involved in, you can find us here at www.belgiumbreeze.blogspot.be or our church website, www.gvcghent.org.